Hello class, this is Cheyenne Fleszar. I'm here this afternoon to talk to you about something called lobotomy. Lobotomy is typically not a household term, but if you have any interest in old medical practices or if you've seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson, then you know what I'm referring to. Although it's not used in present society anymore, it was a quick fix of the late 1800s and mid 1900s all throughout the world. The first U.S. lobotomy was performed in 1936 by Walter Freeman. Walter Freeman believed that an overload of emotions could lead to mental illness, and he believed that cutting certain nerves in the brain could eliminate excess emotion and stabilize a personality. Lobotomy was used to treat several different mental illnesses as well as physical illnesses. Some examples of these mental illnesses are schizophrenia, manic depression, bipolar disorder, and believe it or not, lobotomy was also used to treat children who had problems focusing at school or who daydreamed too much or were considered too hyper. Basically, what we would now call ADD or ADHD. There were several different ways that lobotomy was performed throughout its most popular time. Typically, an ice pick and a hammer and even sometimes a drill would be used. Walter Freeman actually performed this procedure by entering through the top of the eye socket and tapping lightly on the ice pick with a hammer to break through the thin layer of bone. And then he would twist it to cut the fibers, and then he would do this to both sides of the brain. The procedure would take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes each time. That's how popular it was and how often it was used and how versatile it was considered to be. Obviously, with the large number of patients that underwent the procedure, there were a variety of different outcomes. A lot of patients reported their mental illnesses to be cured. However, a lot of patients reported either no side effects at all after the surgery, so pretty much feeling the exact same as if they would have never got the surgery. Also, a lot of people reported feeling like almost a zombie, feeling totally emotionless, feeling like something was missing. So there's a lot of debate regarding the topic of lobotomy as a whole and whether or not it was morally right to have ever been performed on patients for any reason. It was a popular cure for its time, but we've made many advances in the medical world today, and we make huge leaps every single day and discover new cures. So we're living in a time where we don't really use procedures that are as harsh as this anymore, and lobotomy is almost unheard of these days. You might see it in movies and TV shows, but rarely do you ever hear of anyone that's suffering from a disorder to use lobotomy as a treatment. Thankfully, in today's day and age, we have several different alternative therapies as options and medications for people with these disorders, and we no longer have to consider lobotomy as a treatment. And that's all that I have for my speech, and thank you guys so much for listening, and I just want to show my outline that I've been using, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.